Placer SPCA has been providing life-saving programs and services for the people and animals in our community for more than 40 years. As a respected and highly regarded animal shelter, Placer SPCA was selected by Humane Society United States to take part in a special mission to save dogs from a meat farm in South Korea. Although hard to imagine, some Asian countries are still raising dogs for the meat trade. Dogs of all breeds live in messy, cold, desolate cages, sometimes packed so full they can hardly move. They lack attention, they lack care, and they lack love. After experiencing such torture, their only value is their number on a scale. While raising dogs for meat is becoming less common with younger generations, farmers struggle to end the trade as it is their only source of income. Humane Society International has been working on rescue missions that help end the dog meat trade and assist farmers in transitioning to a crop farm. Last summer, Placer SPCA was selected by Humane Society United States to be part of this mission and give a few special dogs a second chance at life. Placer SPCA arrived at the San Francisco International Airport on Saturday, September 19, 2015. 4 dogs, later to be named Miso, Big Boy, Salang, and Jade, were loaded onto our Petmobile to begin their journey to a better life. They were greeted at the Placer SPCA by dedicated and passionate staff and volunteers, eager to help these dogs become accustomed to life in the U.S. Not surprisingly, the dogs arrived with infections that needed to be treated, and Miso had a deformed leg that required further assessment. Veterinary staff made sure that each dog received the treatment it needed. They wouldn't walk, much less stand. They remained lying in a huddled position, understandably scared. Staff worked tirelessly over the next several days to gain their trust. It was a huge victory to have them stand and walk to the front of their kennels. Soon they began to accept gentle strokes from loving hands. The staff could only imagine the horrors these dogs had experienced and witnessed over the last 9 months. After much time, effort, and discussions with the Humane Society, it was with heavy heart that we had to lay Big Boy to rest. He simply couldn't overcome the torture of his past. Now more than ever, we were determined to help Miso, Salang, and Jade become the best companion animals they could be. This is the story of Miso, Salang, and Jade. Placer SPCA staff and volunteers worked endlessly to socialize the dogs, train them how to walk on leash, and began to teach them basic commands like sit. Staff supervised field trips to volunteer homes, allowing the dogs to see what a home environment would be like. The dogs learned to love and trust their human companions. Finally, the dogs were ready to find their forever homes. After receiving applications and interviewing potential adopters, Salang was the first to go home.
I was looking for a rescue. I lost my dog in August 2015, and I knew I would get another rescue. I just didn't know from where or what type. And then I saw the news story about the dogs the Humane Society had rescued from Korea. And so I started looking into them and pursuing them, and just their story was really heartbreaking, and I just thought it would be really great to give a dog like that a home.
Her new forever family even consisted of a fur brother to play with. The next to find a forever home was Miso, who went home where he could roam their property and play with his new fur sister.
Her being an older dog, we wondered how that interaction would go, and he was excitable. I think because of all the newness and the new people. And when she corrected him just the way dogs normally do, and he responded to her, we knew they were going to be able to get along well, that they understood each other just even on their first meeting.
Last but not least was Jade, who found a forever home with a family that had been patiently waiting for the right dog to come along. They found that special dog when they met Jade.
With Jade, it was kind of love at first sight. we had gone to the SPCA, and when we saw her, there was no question that that was the dog that we connected with.
While the journey of these dogs from Korea was a special circumstance, the care they received was no different than the care we provide for thousands of local animals every year.
We could never imagine the amount of time and energy those dogs from Korea would take in order to find them their permanent homes. But our volunteers and our staff were really all in right from the very beginning. I suppose that's no different than every day here at the Placer SPCA. With the thousands of animals that come through our doors throughout the year, dogs like Foxy will get the time, energy, and attention that they need until we find them their permanent home.
The Placer SPCA relies on your continued generosity to help provide the care that every animal in our community deserves when it comes through the doors of this truly remarkable organization. The Placer SPCA, founded by the community for the community. Please give generously.